Well, during the summer, the South Carolina Election Commission announced the purchase of a new voting system, and now voters are a bit concerned about using the new machines. Our George Godfrey takes a look at why and how they work.
The new digital voting system is a two-step process, a process the State Election Commission says will help make voting simpler and more transparent, but some voters say they still prefer a paper hand-marked ballot. The state spent close to $52 million to purchase a new voting system for South Carolina voters.
We had started to see some little signs, some machines failing and that sort of thing, but the idea is to replace a voting system before it becomes a real issue that's affecting our ability to conduct elections.
With the new system, voters insert a blank ballot, make their selections, then receive a printout of their choices.
Paper is a major advantage of this system in that it adds that extra layer of security. At the end of the day, we get a paper record of every voter's voted ballot.
That ballot is then scanned by another computer to count the vote, a step that has some voters concerned.
What gets counted are barcodes that are printed by a computer. The barcodes can be smeared and they cannot be voter verified. The voters can read what's printed. They cannot verify that what's going to be counted is what they intended to vote.
However, the Election Commission says the original paper ballots will be used for verification, not the barcodes.
We're testing ballots ahead of time to make sure that the barcode on that ballot matches up and records properly. So when we go back and audit, we're not going back and auditing barcodes, we're going back and looking at what you looked at as the voter. If you look at it and say, John Doe, yep, that's right, and you put it in that box, when we go back to audit it or recount it, we're going to look and see that you put John Doe on your ballot.
This new voting system officially went online earlier this month for voters in Aiken County. Residents of York County are up next and will be the second group to use the new machines. In Columbia, George Godfrey, 7 News.
State law requires one voting machine for every 250 voters, plus machines to accommodate growth. In total, the state purchased 14,000 machines and 2,500 of the devices that count